Hey, what's up, everybody? Tired. I've had a hard couple weeks. Did a pickup in Tennessee. Took that up north. Then got a pickup in Ohio. Dropped that down to the 80. Ran the 80 all the way out to Oregon. Did a run from Oregon into Nevada. Nevada into California. California out to North Carolina. I'm back here in Tennessee. I got 700 miles to go for North Carolina. I done seen some crashes, boy. I done seen some crashes. On the 80, on the 395, on the 208, on the 6, and now on the 40. They ain't got bad weather on the 40. I done seen some crashes. On the 40 last night, I stopped in Oklahoma. Right there as you go into Oklahoma, just across the Texas line, there was a FedEx truck with doubles trailer turned over in the middle of the road. Not too far back, here in Tennessee, there was one of them old style Peterbilts crashed. How the hell you crash one of those? Them things are like tanks. On the 80, the 395, I get it. Y'all gotta learn how to drive in bad weather. That's all I got to say. You got high winds blowing, dudes are going through there like it's Daytona in semis. The faster you go, the lighter your truck. It's kind of like a boat. You got a boat sitting in the water, you only going a couple miles an hour, that boat's sitting low in the water. The faster you go, the more it raises up to the point that the boat's just skimming the top of the water. These trucks the same thing. The faster you go, the lighter they are. You're going through 60, 70, 80, 100 mile an hour winds, it's going to knock you the fuck over. Excuse my language. It's going to knock you over. That's not a time to see who's the fastest. When I'm driving bad weather, 35, 40, 45 is my max. I've talked to guys about it. They're like, oh, you one of them scary drivers. No, I'm one of them drivers with common sense. You got to slow down. Going through the ice storm, I stopped at a Pilot. Parking lot's on a slant. It's all iced over. I pulled in, hit the button for all my traction, and creep mode. Took me forever to get into that lot to get a parking space and park. Creep mode. The slower the better. I'm sitting there doing my logs for the day and stuff and watching trucks just you want ice. One guy tried to park in the area where I park. You go to back up. Now keep in mind the parking lot's on the slant, right? This joker's spinning his wheels. He slid right down into two other trucks. If you don't know how to drive and stuff, don't take loads in this stuff. It's for your safety. Go a little further down the 80, I run into one of those wet type snowstorms, like a slushy type snowstorm. Guys flying. Got up the next day. I get on the road. I don't get 5 miles down the road, I see traffic backing up. I start slowing down, I'm on ice. I hit the engine brake. Start bumping my brake with the engine brake on. I'm watching trucks shooting by me and falling off the side of the road because they can't stop. And the traffic was backed up because the truck crashed. In fact, by that same area, I got a buddy of mine, still works for a company I used to work for. They got an announcement that same day that they're not allowed to go down to 80. I said, well, y'all got to learn how to drive, I guess. Then I get down further. I get into Oregon, La Grande, Oregon. They got a chain requirement. Got to have chains or traction tires. You got trucks lined up all the way down the road trying to put chains on. I find me a spot. I start throwing my chains on. Next thing you know, I got 2 or 3 dudes behind me. I'm like, what's up? What's going on? Oh, we just watching you. We don't know how to put our chains on. Seriously? Nah, we don't know how to put our chains on. We figure we watch you do it. Next thing you know, I'm teaching lessons how to put chains on. I was there for an extra 2 hours. But that's all right. I'd rather stop and help somebody and teach them than to get down the road and see their truck crash and knowing at the same time I could have helped them. So I'm teaching class how to put chains on. People. Bruh. Check your equipment. Know what the hell you got. I'm helping one guy put chains on. He got chains like mine. Got the cam locks with the lock bar. But he ain't got the Allen wrench to lock the cams. I'm like, another guy, he got the chain with the cams on it, but they don't have a lock bar. I'm like, where's your bungee cords or your spider webs or whatever? Oh, I don't have that. How the hell are you gonna lock them down? How you gonna tighten them up? Oh, but it's got the cams, but it ain't got the lock bar. Oh, so I need a bungee? Bruh. Man. Oh, it was funny. Then got down to Nevada the night before I picked up my load. Started snowing, that wet snow again. I start heading to my pickup. I'm going up a hill, truck starts sliding. Ah, shit. So I've been in the middle of the road putting my chain on. I put my chains on and took them off more times this past week than I've done an entire month. I'm in the middle of the road putting my chains on. 2 other trucks come up behind me. The one behind me, he was spinning. He's sitting there watching me put my chains on. The guy behind him, he's putting his chains on. This guy just sitting there looking at me. I'm like, whatever. So I pick up that load and I'm running 395 down into California. I get to the inspection station just inside of California. They say, oh, it's closed. I'm like, what do you mean it's closed? Bad weather, ice, stuff like that, it's closed. So when they gonna open it up? We don't know. You gotta go back around and take the 208, the Nevada 208. All right, whatever. I go up a few more miles. They got a X-way station there. Use that to turn around. As soon as I'm coming up on the 208, damn truck comes sliding across and off the road. Are you kidding me? So I take the 208, get around in the 360. From the 360, take the 6 back down to the 395, right? Got to the 6 is a freaking parking lot. Cars and trucks just stacked up all over the place. Because people are on ice and they ain't got change and they don't know how to dry the ice. I mean, that shit was locked down. I had to go back. Because you ain't got no phone signal out there. I had to go back to the closest town just so I could get a phone signal. Call in, told them I ain't gonna make this load on time. They said, why? What happened? 6 is shut down. It's all ice. People crashing like crazy. All right, we'll let the broker know. Be safe. Let us know in the morning what you're gonna do. All right. So they had me drop that trailer in a drop lot, and then picked up my trailer I left in California. Got this load and running this load out here to North Carolina. Literally ran an entire loop. Started in Tennessee and right now I'm back in Tennessee. Ran an entire loop. What I learned from that, oh, I had a guy, we was talking, he says, it's hard stopping on ice. How you get your truck to stop on ice? I said, hit my engine brake. Well, I did tell you, hit my engine brake and bump my brake. I was told you don't use the engine brake on ice. What? Who the hell? How are you supposed to stop? Think about it now. You on ice. You hit your brake, you're gonna slide. Somehow you gotta slow the engine down. How are you gonna slow the engine down if you don't use your engine brake? Gotta use some common sense, people. Gotta use some common sense. Anyway, I'll park for the night. Oh, make me a quick salad. Go to bed. I don't eat heavy. Before I go to bed, you eat heavy, that shit sits in your stomach. It ain't processing like it's supposed to. No. If I'm eating and going to bed, I'm eating light. I'm making me a salad. Fix me a salad. Put some TV on for a minute and crash out. Anyway, be safe out there. This is that time of season. Be safe out there. Use your head. Use your common sense. Stop trying to drive so fast all the damn time. Sometimes it's okay to slow down. It doesn't make you a bad driver. It doesn't make you a scary driver. It doesn't make you a timid driver. It makes you a safe driver. The whole point of this job is to run loads from point A to point B as safely as possible. Your life is not worth any load you got. And your pride, trying to be the fastest one out there, ain't worth the risk. Slow down. Use some common sense. And check your equipment. If you're going to run those areas, check your equipment. Make sure you got what you need. There's nothing worse than being almost to your delivery and you hit a chain up area and find out you can't chain up. And commercial authority is out there. I've seen at least 3 trucks myself writing tickets. All right, be safe.